Hello and welcome to the Dream Warrior Review Episode 9. I'm Kurt Thomas.
I'm Miq Strawn.
So Keep Watching is about a family that becomes imprisoned in their home by intruders who force them to play a life and death game.
Why?
Where the mysterious rules
Why?
become clear as the night unfolds.
Why?
It's a great concept.
Why?
I actually
It
love
is a
the
good
idea.
concept.
I love the idea.
But there was no why anywhere. And I kept thinking of the technical aspects. And that's probably my fault.
Yeah.
The pacing was good.
Yeah.
I thought
You don't think it was a little slow, like in certain parts?
it was slow in the middle, but you know what? All horror films are slow in the middle.
It was paced like those. Have you seen those movies, haunted house movies? They're like,
Oh yeah.
They're similar to this one where there's cameras everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's things happen. You're waiting forever for something to happen.
Right. Well, and I think part of the problem and part of the reason that it kind of seemed long was the eternal flipping to a different camera angle, because I don't think it did it. I think that honestly, they could have used about 45 less new camera angles on it, and I would have been a lot happier.
Well, you know, Radio Shack just went out of business, so they probably bought all the cameras.
It was a hell of a special deal, I'm telling you. I mean, the thing is I'm surprised. The only camera angle that they didn't cover was Poop's point POV.
Or a breast point of view.
Well, wait, there was pretty close to a Poop POV in there. It was unbelievable. It was just, there was like
there were a lot of.
It was almost like it. I sort of got, after a while, if there had been a toothbrush point of view of brushing teeth, I would not have been surprised.
Yeah, I agree.
They were everywhere, and after a while, you had to start asking yourself, how did they not see the camera?
Yes.
That yeah.
I was asking myself that at the very beginning, actually. What about the?
Right.
How would you?
What about that? How did you wire this place?
And the fan moving by itself. I'm like, yeah.
It's like, yeah, exactly. It's like, I would have suspected that the 500 little red lights would like tip you off. Right? Which camera do I look at?
I don't know. See, I really like the concept, and I thought it was actually not horrible.
It honestly wasn't. It was, and pretty well done.
Yeah.
I mean, it was very suspenseful. I gotta tell you, and honestly, here, if we hadn't been switching around on the cameras so much, I would have enjoyed it a lot more, because I was getting a little bit of a vertigo thing going on. Yeah. I was thinking, I'm really enjoying this, but there were points where the camera switching around like got me lost, where we were getting. See, there is a problem that you get into, which where you're crossing the 180 line a lot, and you did get that feeling there, because all of a sudden we'd be you looking at me looking at you, me looking at you over your shoulder, right. Me looking at you over the knife, knife point of view, the toaster strudel looking at you point of view, and after a while it's like jumping around so much that you forget where you are.
Yeah, what's going on? Well, it's like I think great camera shots can be. I agree with you. There's way too many point of views and everything. Like if you look at I don't want to bring this movie up, but Citizen Kane, because he had some really weird camera angles, but it was used really well.
Right, every one of them,
every
one of them never been done before.
Yeah,
every one of them had a movement to it. Every one of them had a reason and was going from point A to point B for a purpose.
Yeah,
and always on the right side.
Like putting a camera under the floor to make them look really big.
Exactly. Or coming in through the roof. The one, coming into the newsroom over the skylight and all the rest of that. I mean, these have never been done before.
Well, I guarantee some of these haven't been done before.
Yeah, well,
It reminded me of I used to do wedding videos, and I would have like an extra camera, and I'd say, I'm gonna play with this one. So I'd put it like really in a weird place and see if I get any crazy shots from. And I usually only had like 2 shots I could use from it because I'd put it like underneath like a really extremely low angle or something while the bride and groom walk by.
You know, it's interesting because I get locked into this. It is so easy now. There are so many things that are so easy to do now that they are as likely to be overdone as done tastefully and so forth.
I think they were just challenging themselves. How many different angles can we do?
Well, you know, there's Hardcore Henry. Have you seen Hardcore Henry? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You haven't seen anything if you haven't seen Hardcore Henry. No, Hardcore Henry does the same thing, but all of them are always moving, and the stunt people are always moving, and the cameras are always moving with them, and it is mind-blowing. Wow. It's sort of the excellent version of what they tried to do.
Right.
But
my favorite.
I think I'm detracting too much because I still
we're focused on the cameras.
Yeah, I'm over focusing on that.
Well, I will say there's some camera shots I liked, and that was when the fight scenes toward the end.
Right.
Because they were moving a little bit, but you could see what was going on and follow the action.
Right.
But it was still kind of
right. Exactly. But in the middle, when we don't really know some of the stuff that's going on, and it just seemed like that. They were just doing it for the hell of it.
Yeah.
Why am I making noises?
How many times can we see legs?
I'm making. This is fun.
Whoa, that was cool.
Whoa.
The ground is shaking.
Yeah. So no. So how was the film?
The most useless character was the boy.
Yeah.
And really, I was kind of hoping he was in on it or something.
Yeah.
I was hoping that something happened. You know.
Well, I
was waiting for zombies to come in.
And there was also the really typical boyfriend that comes in specifically to be killed.
Yes.
And the great thing about it is how fast it actually happened.
That was predictable.
I mean, yeah. No, it was like, oh look, here's look, his name's Fodder. And he just walks in and gets destroyed.
Reminds me of a movie that I saw on Netflix, The Babysitter. There were some scenes in there that were pretty irritating in that way.
In that, yeah.
But anyway, no. So I would say, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if this was a weird one because it was supposed to be a straight to video release, and somehow I stumbled on it and found out it was going to be shown tonight.
Yeah, but I have to say, come on, it was better than Annabelle. It was
actually it was a really good straight to video release. I thought.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you're going to base it on that,
no. I mean, it was
Annabelle.
I've seen some really, really crappy films.
Well, the thing about Annabelle is I kind of liked how some of the pacing was kind of slower in that one. Is that the
in
one?
Annabelle?
I'm thinking of Annabelle. Yeah, Annabelle, the first one.
No, I'm not.
Not Annabelle Creation, but Annabelle.
Yeah, I was thinking of Creation because I haven't seen the other one. Annabelle Creation.
Annabelle Creation. I think I'd almost put them almost on the same level, but in different ways. But this one annoyed me with all the camera shots, definitely.
Yeah,
for sure.
it was a little bit much, but in the end, the story was kind of interesting. Part of the problem was the way that it ended, and I don't feel like I can say anything about that.
Yeah. Well, the original title of this was Home Invasion, which I think is a better title.
Yeah, because and you know why? Because it was a home invasion, yeah.
But it's also people are scared of home invasions.
Yeah, well, but this was a home invasion with like 60 video nerds, and like I said, there is a believability issue.
Yes. Because
remember when you were in high school, how many guys were actually in the video club, right?
So you're bringing up logic? Remember you got on me for that one time.
Yeah, I should. Yeah, I'm sorry.
So I mean, the title. What I was saying about the title was, I mean, you got to be something you're scared of, like Monster Dog with Alice Cooper. I mean, who isn't afraid of a monster dog? Think
That's
about
true.
it.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, okay.
I had to get that.
How about
movie
the
in there.
Sharknado? Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Come on, you know what? The thing is you didn't even really have to shoot the movie.
No.
All you had to do was just release something
This would have been awesome.
You could have released your home movies and called them Sharknado, and you would have made money.
This would have been awesome as a 29-minute short film.
It would have.
Yes.
Yeah, it would have.
Really fast pacing. It all happens all boom, boom, boom.
It was more than 29 minutes?
Yeah. It was, I don't know how long it was. But anyway. It was definitely an hour.
Yeah.
Hour and 15 minutes or somewhere around there. Probably. I don't know. I'm guessing.
Hour 10. Yeah.
I fell asleep. No, so you brought up Sharknado. I would say this is better than Sharknado.
Yeah, this is better than Sharknado.
I'm trying to get a gauge.
As it got going, I have to say that as it got going, at the end, you're right. The last 15 minutes, and here's the...
Well, that's because it became more of a traditional horror movie at that point.
It became more of a traditional horror movie.
And X's? Why would you stand on an X? Anyway.
Yeah, that's... what... And it didn't... I mean, the thing is it was a red X. Wouldn't you? I'm not going to get near the red X. It's like, oh, no way.
Of course, we're bringing up logic again. So
sorry. Well, if we can't bring up logic, then this is over.
Right. So I guess in a nutshell, we liked it, but we didn't.
We did like it. No, I did like it. I don't
know if it was worth the full
I'm not going to say.
ticket.
I'm not going to say anything about the end. But I'm not going to say it this way.
Do you know what I think about the ending? Thank you for joining us on Dream Warrior Review. I'm Kurt Thomas along with Miq Strawn. If you have any questions or just comments about our show, please feel free to email us at dreamwarriorreview@gmail.com or look us up on Twitter or Facebook at DW Review. And we look forward to bringing you another amazing review next time on the Dream Warrior Review.